Hello, I got a Fiddlehead beer to review. It is Rarefied Ale Pale Ale. I think this is the first wide release of the cans they've done down the Boston area. And so it's 5% alcohol. They say that it's lightly tart and hazy. And I've had a version of this like 3 years ago that was much stronger, like 7.7%, and it was pretty dank and grassy. So we'll see how this one is. Yeah, then I don't know what makes it tart. Maybe they use a little bit of acidulated malt. But Fiddlehead usually doesn't tell you that much or anything at all about the grain bill and the hops in their beer. Well, let's give it a shot. This is canned 17 days ago, and it looks quite a bit hazier than Second Fiddle. Second Fiddle I think used to be a little bit hazier, but now that's being nearly mass produced, it's lost its haze. But that is probably the haziest Fiddlehead beer right now in existence. You can just barely see my finger through there. Extremely pale beer. Pretty nice head too. Some big bubbles will probably pop and dissipate, but looks pretty good for a 5% hazy pale. It's, yeah, maybe they even add a touch of lactic acid or something like that, or maybe citric acid to this beer. Because it has kind of a slight dank lemonade type thing to it. It's definitely not a kettle sour type sourness. They would have advertised that, I think. But it's got candies, it's sort of Smarties, dropped in some lemonade, but without all the acid from a lemonade. Slight dankness. But yeah, that's a sort of light tropical candy notes. Continues with the Smarties kind of cotton candy thing going on. In the finish, some grass comes in. It's not like dank, very dank and resinous, but it does have a light green grassy, kind of pleasant grassiness. It's not too much. It's not like I'm chewing on hot pellets, but definitely some green. Yeah, whereas it's all kind of lemon and candy in the nose. The tongue is kind of weedy lemonade with some malt sweetness in there for sure, but it's not going to make you pucker at all. But it is definitely lower pH than your average pale ale. Pretty good beer. I don't know. Maybe the Smarties notes I'd get tired of pretty quickly. But it's also a really good summer crusher. If you're not sure if you want a sour beer or you're not sure if you want a hazy pale, this is exactly in between, I would say. I don't know, and it's definitely better than if you just mix like a pale ale and a Berliner Weisse, because that would usually the bitterness and all the sourness clash. I think it's pretty hard to make really hoppy, truly hoppy sour beers. But this one does a pretty good job of it. I think, yeah, either using acid malt or adding just little touches of citric acid or something. That's what Mystic Brewery has been experimenting with, is just adding actual citric acid or lactic acid instead of having using lactobacillus or something to, quickly sour the beer. Just buy the powder and put it in there. Maybe that's like the sneaky thing they're doing with this beer. What they're doing. They did a pretty good job of it. I'll probably give this like a 4 or so, maybe in a different mood. I would really be into this, but I'm starting to get over the whole Smarties character in beers and just like generic candy notes. I want more interesting actual fruit notes, stuff that I can kind of pinpoint a little bit better. But if you like dry hop sours, you probably like this one too. That's it. Goodbye.